So, welcome back. And we've got our website already built. So, let's look at our beautiful Muse website. I can look at it two ways. I can look at it in the preview pane. If I go here to preview, it'll actually export everything out, look for internet connections and stuff, and it shows me my website. And there's my website. So, isn't it beautiful? It's beautiful. I can go here and click on company, and it'll load up that page. You have to wait because all the pages are actually being dumped out and loaded on the fly. So there's that page and my services page. Let's go dump that out, and you can see all my pages work and look exactly how they did when I laid them out inside of Muse's view. So nothing is like kind of off now that we no longer have it inside of Muse. It's still all the same way. My content, everything's still there, and it's all looks really good. And I can even see that this even works. And this is this is cool. This actually points to the it points to the Adobe headquarters, which is pretty awesome. So I've got my logo there. I've got my footer stuff here. These even work down here, so you can see that these jump to the same pages. So I've got double menus in here that I can jump to. Got my blog right here. So I've got all those things. So another part of what makes Muse so compelling is that if you go to the Muse website, so if you go look for Muse Components, you can actually get more components to use inside of Muse. I know that sounds really, really weird to have to say, but you can get components to use inside of Muse. So the components work. Some of them are free, so you can see you've got free components in here, like this instant Sketchfab component. It's free with the subscription to this whoever made it. But then you also have widgets that cost money. Like you can have Absolute Center. Even if you don't know how to do that, you can do Absolute Center. You can do Search and Replace. You can get more social icons from Muse. You can also get mobile menus, get a QR code preview or a search box. All these are components that you can add into Muse that would end up going into the actual component menu that we were looking at earlier when we were looking at our pages. So those components, when you add them to Muse, will actually end up in here inside your widget library. So you can just drag these things on there and drop them and be able to have them, and all that stuff's really cool. If I look at my asset list, the asset shows me all of the assets that make up my entire website. And even though we didn't use them, you actually do still have layers in here that you can use, just like Photoshop layers. And they don't mess with anything as far as the display of your website goes. It really is just more organization for the things that you have on screen. So they don't really change anything for the way things are organized. So things like the support area, like we had the support area thing in my master page. If I go back to that and I click on support, you can see that if I go to the text panel, that I could actually give this a link style, and I can tell it what kind of paragraph to be. And if I wanted to, I could make this into a hyperlink by clicking on hyperlinks and then typing in whatever hyperlink that I wanted. I could make it open up a new window or a tab when I did this, and it would basically open up a new item. So I could have that go. And that's basically how you set up buttons and how you set up hyperlinks. You basically just click on the text or click on the button or the image, and then just come here to hyperlinks and do that. Now, if you're using one of the links that goes directly to one of your pages, you can just come here and click on this image and then tell it you want it to go back to home. So if somebody clicks on the compass image, it would go back to the home page. So you can link things that way inside of your own website. So how do we save this? We've got it saved, but how do we get it out to the internet? Well, you have three different ways realistically. One, you can actually upload this to an FTP host. I can come here and say upload to FTP host. And it's just telling me I've got two things that are being sampled. I'm going to say, okay, that's fine. And what I would have to do is put in my FTP host information, put in the server IP address as well as the username and password. And once I did that, all I would have to do is hit next. It would take my entire website, all the images, all the files, package them all up together, take them, and just upload them to the internet. That would be it. That's all I would have to do. If you plan on using Catalyst, which is Adobe's product to connect to the database, you can use Catalyst, and you can upload this to a Catalyst server from Adobe. Or you can just export this out as just straight old HTML5, and all the coding, all the Java, everything's already going to be there. It's already going to be done, and you can do it that way. So you have 3 different ways that you can upload this to the internet. Other than that, that's it. That's really all you do inside of Muse to create a really fantastic website. Now, one thing that I could have done with my master pages, I could make an additional master page. This master page, the next master page that I make, I could actually duplicate this page, and then this master page here would be for blog content or something. So maybe on this page, you know, I don't know, maybe the footer maybe the footer wasn't as wide or something like that. And to apply this different master page to one of the pages, all I'd have to do is just come in here and just drop that onto that page, and now that would be the blog content. And you can see this is the blog content one. If I wanted to make sub pages of a page, all I have to do is come here and click on Insert a New Child. So now I have a new child object, and then with my child object, I can come here and make a new page to the left of it, or to the right of it, if I wanted to make children pages of the children pages, I could come here and make a child page of that page. So you can make this visual, you can make this actual workflow in this graph and show where your pages are at, how they're linked together, and that's all you have to do to make additional pages in here. To delete a page, I just come to that page and just hit delete. And just hit the little X right here. That's it. Page is gone. Doesn't exist anymore. So that's it. I mean, honestly, we have gone through building a website in about an hour. And I hope you've enjoyed this series. If you have questions, leave questions and comments down in the comments section here on YouTube. And as I said, we are just now starting to set up our Patreon account. And if you want more great content like this, we hope that you will go over and actually, give something to our monthly Patreon. We take the time to make these videos over here at Phoenix Inception. And I would love to do this 24/7. I would love to do this all the time and just be able to put out more content for my viewers. So that Patreon kind of helps to do that. We're actually going to be starting up a vessel, as well as we'll start doing more live streaming here on YouTube. I'm very interested in it. I have not had a great experience with the YouTube live functions, but it could be OBS Broadcaster and not YouTube. Well, anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed your digital prescription pill for the day. And as always, I am Dr. Delmico L. Cunningham, better known as Dr. Media. And we'll see you next time right here on Phoenix Inception.